So please, could you perhaps give us a bit of background on Green Mountain as a data center provider?
Yes, I could do that. Green Mountain was established in 2010 with one data center in an abandoned NATO ammunition storage facility deep inside a Norwegian mountain, half an hour drive out of Stavanger. Stavanger is located on a west coast of Norway and is being recognized for being the oil capital in Norway with a highly educated tech team. So it's a good location to start. The facility we started with consists of 22,000 square meters of space in 6 different mountain holes. This facility has as well a unique cooling solution where we're utilizing the cold water from the fjord next to the data center. The fjord is about 150 meters deep, and when we go below 75 meters, the temperature is constant on 8 degrees Celsius year round. So for the first data center, we use this fjord as for free cooling and are able to deliver world-class efficiency with a constant PUE or constant efficiency the whole year round. A year later, Green Mountain expanded into a second location in Rjukan, in what we call the cradle of hydropower in Norway. In the Rjukan Valley, we have more than 1,000 megawatts of hydro production, and located just a couple of 100 meters from our data center, we have 2 hydropower stations producing approximately 200 megawatt of power. So this site as well is a unique location where the availability of power is more than compared to other locations. And a fun fact about those hydro power stations is that they are being fed from lakes up on the Hardangervidda plateau. And if it stops raining in Norway, those 2 hydropower stations could produce for 18 months without to add water. The funny thing is that it never stops raining in Norway, so they will never dry out. Green Mountain is owned by Smedvig. Smedvig is a family office that has its origin in Stavanger. Started in 1915, so it's more than 100 years old. Smedvig has been into several types of industries over those years, and one of the probably most known business in Norway they've been into is that Smedvig was the first Norwegian company with an oil rig in the North Sea. So they've been innovative. They've identified new opportunities, and today the portfolio has a high focus on technology and sustainability, where Green Mountain is one of those companies. Today, Green Mountain is the fastest growing colocation suppliers in the Nordic, and we have massive expansion plans in Norway and possibly outside Norway as well.
Okay, and if I'm right in thinking that you are actually about to, you mentioned the first 2 facilities you have, but I'm right in thinking you're about to launch a third data center facility, is that right?
That's correct. We're currently building just outside Oslo. It's a little bit more than a year ago, we were challenged by one of our existing customers to establish a data center in the Oslo region. Oslo is the capital of Norway. And we were able then to use our experience and knowledge within site selection, design, operation to design and start build of a new facility. The site that we finally decided to build on is also unique when it comes to power availability. It's not as much as the Telemark site, but we have secured access to 75 megawatt of power, meaning that we could grow in the time moving forward. We started to build September last year, and the official opening will be September this year. With the first data hall of 2,000 square meters and a capacity of 4 megawatt. That data hall is solely dedicated to the one client that challenged us to build in Oslo. However, there has been a massive interest in this site and for us opening something in Oslo. So we're starting in the near future with a second phase for that specific customer, and we're also in the final design phase for a multi-tenant facility as well.
Okay, so you referenced, I think, in both those answers that your sort of expansion that is happening fairly rapid. Are there any particular reasons you can pinpoint as to why you think you are being sort of so successful in terms of, customers, whether it's opening the facility in Oslo or the other two facilities that the customer take up?
Yeah, it's been an interesting time the last couple of years, and Green Mountain has doubled the yearly sale over the last 3 years, and the revenue is tripled over the last 3 years. So the growth has been tremendous. Why has that happened, and what is the reason for that? We see an increased demand for data and computing all over, powering the digital society, and is the main driver for industry in general. One of the reasons why Green Mountain has been able to benefit from this development is, I would say, the knowledge and experience we have gained by being in this business for close to 10 years. We've built both knowledge and experience, but also trust with a highly satisfied customer base. We're able to deliver all projects on time and on budget and with the correct quality. We have, since day one in Green Mountain, never had any SLA breaches, meaning that we've been able to deliver 100% uptime since day one on all our data centers. So I would say we've done the groundwork properly in the early years, and have gained a far amount of trust in the market. Another reason for growth is, I would say, for us being located in Norway and the uniqueness of Norway as a data center location. We're 100% renewable. We have 100% renewable power production. And a lot of the power production in Norway is being done close to where the facilities are, meaning that the data centers are located in southern part of Norway, and that is where we have the mountains, that is where we have the hydro power stations. So we have access to a surplus of power with a short distance. Norway has also the lowest power price in Europe, and I did a check just last week on what is the actual power price as we speak. And if you look at a megawatt hour price in our region, that was €1.25. If you go to Sweden, the price was 27 euros, and Denmark 33, and UK 37, meaning that at the moment Norway is 25 times cheaper than the rest of the Nordics and Europe. So if you put some numbers on that, if you run a 1 megawatt facility in Norway and you have a PUE of 1.2, using these prices, the annual power cost in Norway will be 13,000 euro. If you compare to Sweden, the same power consumption will have a cost at 290,000 euro, meaning that you're able to save 277,000 euro annually for a 1 megawatt facility. And that is a lot of money. And that makes Norway really, really competitive. As well, another reason for the growth we see in Norway at the moment is the improvement in the connectivity landscape. We have several new fiber routes that's currently being installed. And the reason for that is the governmental focus on the data center industry over the last 3 to 4 years, where the Norwegian government has issued a data center strategy saying that we have a surplus of power. How could we use that power in Norway to generate activity and revenue in Norway instead of exporting the power out of Norway? And data center is one good example of a business that's power intensive. So what the government did a couple of years ago was to define data center as power intensive industry, meaning that the power tax is reduced by 97%. Power intensive industry has had a reduced power tax for decades, but data center wasn't defined as power intensive industry. So today we are, and you're saving a lot on the power tax. The government also issued funding to increase the connectivity out of Norway. So private companies that want to build a submarine cable or a new fiber road out of Norway, we're getting funds from the government to do that. And that has increased to quite a lot of new projects. And we are currently at a level where Norway has equal pricing as the rest of Europe for connectivity out of Norway. And as well, speaking on conferences around the world, we always say Norway is closer than you think. If you look at a map, you could see Norway being far up north, but it isn't. The distance from the southern part of Norway to main Europe is what we say closer than you think.